There's
Jesus.
one blowfly in here too.
I know there's one
Piss off.
fly that's stowed away in our hotel room because we're
Are we recording already,
Yeah.
are we, Megan?
on an excursion. Hello, welcome
Excursion.
to Mainly Murder with Meg and Mum. I'm Meg,
I'm Mum.
and we've got another M. We got Mel.
Mel's back.
Mel's back.
I coerced these girls into this little excursion, so I kind of felt I had to come along and, make sure it wasn't too terrible for you.
And Sal is listening to this, and she's saying,
Bitch.
"Fuck my sister."
Well, you will have kids that will turn 21.
So you said there's a blowfly in here.
There's a
Yeah.
fly just float.
Maybe there was another one. Maybe that's what she was eating, the dog.
Oh, maybe.
Could it be?
Yes.
Of
Was it
course, we
tasty?
have
Was it
Desi
tasty,
as
Desi?
well. We've got
Yeah. Oh, might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Mm.
Because that's all that... Yeah. Anyway.
anyway. So yeah, we are currently in Ararat because we are doing. We've had something that will be upcoming because this goes out very soon. The other one comes out in a little while, and yeah, we've been up here for a special interview, and then tomorrow we're off to do the Aradale Mental Hospital and J Ward. So they're going to be fun. Daytime tours, not nighttime tours, because I don't
Only
feel like
because
shitting my
Megan's
pants.
chicken.
It's scary at nighttime. Don't tell me that place didn't look scary.
Yeah, but you'd still do it.
No.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. I wanted to sleep there. As I'm walking around and I said, the nighttime tour. And I said, wouldn't it be grouse to sleep here in one of these
that's
rooms?
just one step too far.
Yeah, sleep there. No.
That's creepy ass.
Someone asked if we were going to stay there.
They used to. I think for a short time, Aradale had overnight, but I think the insurances and stuff like that got...
Yeah, how do you
imagine
ensure ghost attack?
and people having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
jumping at shadows. They're
Yeah,
Make
you'd be
sure
on edge.
when you go to Aradale, one of the rooms in the women's quarters, and they'll probably point it out anyway on the tour, you've got to go and have a look at the back of the door of one of the rooms.
Oh, okay, remember that.
Oh, you'll wait and see.
And I looked at Reddit, and apparently, I'll have to look up the article again, but someplace in the men's ward, everyone feels just like weird in. Like people have had different, like, oh, it was really cold, or I got a shiver, or like something.
But they do that even like Pentridge.
Yeah.
Pentridge, and they had this girl go into this room. We were all outside. There was no, like, we all went in the room first. There was nothing in the room. We all come out. She was asked if, like, volunteer, do you want to go in the room? She was in the room. They shut the door. And then we moved, like, 2 doors down, like, in the jail. And he started keep telling stories and blah, blah, blah. And then they brought her back out again. And she was saying that she felt someone touching her shoulder and she felt, like, breath on her neck and shit like that. And her friends are like, serious? And she's like, yeah, like, it was like,
Fuck that.
nah. Especially when we'd all been in. So it was not like
Yeah.
we've all gone, stuck our head in the door and someone's behind the door.
Yeah, it was like
gonna,
an obvious
take the
trap
piss and,
door.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
girl was like, and he said, different people,
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
And down the end of the aisle, a lot of people say they can see the shadow of Chopper. Because
I've
he used
heard
to
that.
stand against that back wall with his arms folded and his leg up on the wall.
Yeah.
And they said some people can see his outline.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, I didn't.
When we did the Aradale night tour, I had Desi, guide dog Desi, for the listeners out there, if you remember from previous episodes. She came along as well, and it was a night tour. And she was great, just doing a normal guide dog thing. But when we got to the morgue, it was really interesting because what she did was she was fine. Like, she wasn't panting, she wasn't stressed, she wasn't showing any stress signs at all. She was just, and most of the time she would lie down.
Yeah.
And you know, the tour guide would chat away for a while, and you know, so she's like, oh, bugger this, though. It was past her bedtime, so she would just have a little nap. But when we got to the morgue, she stayed up and she actually turned herself around so that she was facing the door.
She was ready to head out.
Oh, wow.
She was, but she did it very, very subtly. She just did it really subtly, but it was definitely, she didn't want to be in that room.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when we went into the kitchen, I could sense her nose going, like, really, really, like, we couldn't smell anything.
Because, yeah, it
But-
wouldn't be used.
Well, 1980. It's the last. It's really not.
okay.
It was
It's not
being
wow.
used
that
right up
long
to the
ago,
80s.
yes.
So yeah. So I guess for dogs'
40
sense of
years.
smell. Yeah. I guess.
Wow.
But yeah, the morgue was really interesting. Yeah, just the fact that she just very
around,
subtly
like-
turned herself
That
around.
means I'm going to a morgue tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, Megan.
I'm going to cry.
Fucking
Everyone's
really
going to hear me cry on microphone.
I think there's a partner. I don't know what it is. It's like an ancient MRI or something that you can get in. And like on this night tour, someone did it. Like 2 people volunteered,
God.
and she
They
went
turned
into
and
this.
Fucking hell, that would stress me out. I'm stressed already.
Oh,
Anyway.
it's the
Fucking-
daytime. It's all right. They sleep during the day.
Oh, good. The vampire ghosts. Oh, my God. All right. Well, today we are in Ararat. But today our case is from Germany. And the case of Fritz Haarmann.
Oh, Fritz.
Fritz. I'm going to butcher so many names. So here we go. Fritz was born Friedrich Heinrich Karl Haarmann on the 25th of October, 1879 in Hanover, Germany. He was the 6th child born to his parents, Johanna and Ollie Haarmann. His mum was 41 years old and 7 years older than his dad when they got married.
And she had 7 kids.
6.
6 kids after the age of 41.
Yep.
Oh, fuck that.
And in the 1800s.
Yeah, that would have been
Would
one
have been real
after
good medical
40. should-
service there.
No.
Bloody
But
hell.
that's like crazy.
Yeah.
just having
People
one.
didn't live to 40 in the 1800s.
Yeah, let alone have 6 kids. Jesus.
His dad was described as argumentative, short-tempered, and would cheat a lot during their marriage, even one time contracting syphilis. That's a bit of karma when you cheat.
Exactly.
Fritz was... yeah, you tell, Desi. Fritz, this fucking fly.
There is one blowy.
Go
that
away.
needs to blow on out the door.
Fritz was described as a quiet child who didn't really have any friends outside of his siblings. From a young age, Fritz was more drawn to activities that were typically seen back then as more feminine. He liked playing with his sister's dolls, playing dress-up. He liked needlework and cooking. When he started school, his teachers described him as a daydreamer, but also that he was spoiled and mollycoddled, which I didn't know what that meant until I looked up this episode.
You don't know what mollycoddled means?
I had never heard that word
It's a
before.
worry.
Oh,
She's, I don't
so
know
what?
who brought
So
her up,
what
but-
did Wikipedia say about mollycoddle?
It said, or Google AI
Google, sorry.
said that it is like indulged, pampered, or he was weighted on hand and foot. So he's a little bit like looked
mummy's
after.
spoiled brat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His academics at school were below average, and Fritz ended up repeating a year twice. At about 8 years old, Fritz was allegedly molested by one of his teachers. At the
Not a
age,
close family friend.
not a close family
Not a
friend.
close family friend. Normally
Teacher.
it's a close family friend that molests them.
Yeah. At the age of 15, Fritz got his parents' permission to leave school and briefly worked as an apprentice locksmith before enrolling in a military academy. Fritz adapted to military life and was doing well for the first 5 months. Then he began to suffer from what would later be diagnosed as anxiety neurosis, or which is the equivalent of epilepsy. About a month later, Fritz discharged himself and returned to Hanover, where he worked in his dad's cigar factory. In July 1896, at the age of 16, Fritz was first arrested for sexual offences against a young boy who he lured into...
Lured?
I cannot
says
say
that.
that word.
Lured?
Love it.
Lured.
Lured? Lured?
He lured him.
Well, you do lure. You got to lure up.
Sounds like Sesame Street. Lured? 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 Lured?
Lured. We lured him into a secluded cellar and sexually abused him. What are you doing? Can you not break everything?
I know.
We're on holiday.
I don't know what I did. I'll leave it.
He did this multiple more times, and in February 1897, the Division for Criminal Matters ruled to place Fritz in a mental institution in Heilsdenham. After psychiatric evaluation by psychologist Gert Schumafuss,
Gert by sea.
Gert Lud,
Gert a little.
who said Fritz was incurably deranged and unfit to stand trial. Fritz
And
was
how old is he at this point? 18 or something.
16.
16, and he's already deranged and unfit to stand trial.
Oh, no, 17.
Same
It was like a
difference,
year later. Anyway,
God.
it was
Teenager.
young.
Yeah.
Fritz was ordered to be confined at the mental institution in
Sorry, where was he going?
the mental institution
Right.
indefinitely
Okay.
in May 1897. In January 1898, Fritz escaped from the mental institution, apparently with the help of his mum, and fled to Zurich, Switzerland.
Because his mum would have said, he's a good
I've been
boy.
there.
There's nothing wrong with what? Does Zurich?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. She loves that expression, Mel. Don't you? Mel's been there, Megan.
Hopefully not the lunatic asylum, but anyway, yeah.
Switzerland would be nice. He lived with a relative of his mum's and gained employment as a handyman in a shipyard. Fritz remained living in Zurich for 16 months before returning home to Hanover in April 1899. During his time back in Hanover, he met a woman named Erna Lowert, and she soon became pregnant. In October 1900, Fritz received notification that he was to perform his compulsory military service.
Hang on a minute. Didn't he do military?
He did. He went to a military academy,
Aha.
and then he started having
5
seizures.
minutes.
Yeah, for like
Didn't
5
he have
months.
a medical... well, he's got a medical and a mental condition, but they still wanted him to do it.
Yeah, they're like, we need people.
We need Jews. We need recruit.
Wow. Okay.
What?
It was a Village People song.
Oh,
In the
okay.
navy.
This is the second episode we've mentioned the village people.
Okay.
On the 12th of October, he was deployed to France in the number 10 Rifle Battalion. During his service, he was described as an exemplary soldier and an excellent marksman. Just like the time in the military academy, Fritz started collapsing and having dizzy spells, which landed him in hospital for over 4 months.
What's wrong with him? He wasn't pregnant.
He wasn't pregnant, dipshit. He got diagnosed with epilepsy.
Oh, wasn't that pregnant? Didn't he have a... Wasn't there a pregnant girl there?
Yeah, his girlfriend's pregnant.
Yes, okay. Right.
Just not him.
Not him. In July 1902, he was deemed to be unsuitable for military service and work and was discharged. Due to being discharged under medical terms, Fritz was awarded a monthly pension of 21 gold marks. Don't have the conversion for that because it was hard to figure out gold marks from the 1800s to now.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
After being discharged, he returned to Hanover to his girlfriend, Erna, and started working at his dad's cigar factory again. Him and his dad had some issues with lawsuits against each other, but in the end, his dad financially assisted Fritz and Erna in opening a fishmongery.
Oh, God, okay.
That would smell so
Oh.
bad.
Oh, haven't you talked about this before?
Yeah.
Fish, yeah.
Yep, in Footscray. Just
Yeah.
The same year they opened, Erna ended their engagement after Fritz accused her of having an affair. Everything to do with the fishmongery was in her name, so she kept everything and told Fritz to fuck off.
How did she manage it? She's not stupid, is she? Because if he's
Or
dad
maybe 'cause
financed
dad.
it all
Yeah.
and it's in her name.
Well, Dad financed it all, but also he's meant to be in a mental institution
Yeah.
indefinitely, so possibly it was like to keep him under the radar.
His
Yeah.
name off the paperwork.
Yeah.
But then his name would have had to go on the army paperwork.
Well,
Hey, father.
that backfired.
Yeah. Between 1905 and 1912, Fritz served several short prison sentences for things such as larceny, embezzlement, and assault. During one of his prison sentences, Germany was going through World War I and had a shortage of domestic manpower. Due to this, men from the prison, including Fritz, were permitted to work throughout the day on the grounds of various manor houses and then would return to the prison in the evening.
Was it a trust system?
I think it was a bit of an honour system.
Because I'm guessing they didn't have ankle bracelets at that stage.
Also,
Bip,
it
bip,
was
bip, he's done a runner.
It was World War One. That was probably like a really sweet deal for most men to be like, "Yep, go work, come back. You've got 3 square meals and a bed."
True. Roof over your head.
Yep. In April 1918, Fritz was out of prison and moved to Berlin for a short time before returning to Hanover. At some point, Fritz became a police informer, largely to redirect the attention of the police from his own criminal activity. It's like, look over there at that guy.
Yeah.
On the 25th of September 1918, 17-year-old Friedel Roth went missing. His friends said that they last saw him with Fritz Haarmann, who a few of the young boys... so he used to hang out at Hanover train station. So a lot of this, they all go missing from the train station. And Fritz used to hang out there to do his criminal shit as well. And kidnap young boys.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, he's a murderer.
Spoiler alert, he's a murderer.
So a lot of the young boys knew him as Detective Haarmann. The police ended up raiding Fritz's apartment after pressure from Friedel's friends and family. And
Say that 3 times drunk. Friedel's friends and family.
Okay, give me a drink.
You are doing a great job with all
Thank
these
you.
names, that's for sure.
They get harder.
Oh, God.
Friedel's friends and family, who, when they busted in, found Fritz with a semi-naked 13-year-old boy.
Not the one that was missing.
No,
Another one.
different one.
Oh.
Fritz was pushing 40 by this time.
Creepy Fritz.
He received a 9-month prison sentence for sexual assault and battery of a minor.
Is that all? 9 months.
What the police didn't know was when they raided Fritz's house and arrested him, Friedel Roth's head was wrapped up in a newspaper and hidden behind his stove. Oh, poor Mel. She's getting this like first.
Gross. How did a head fit behind a stove?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Scooted out a bit. And
Oh.
Fritz was released, and in October 1919...
He was released after they found the head.
They found it... she wants to eat it. They didn't know at the time that his head was behind the stove, but between... he eventually gets arrested and makes a confession to everything that he did. And when
How come you answer pre-questions for Mel, but if I ask you
Because
something
I
in
like
advance-
Mel. I don't like you.
Fuck you. That's the last time you're coming out with us, Mel.
Okay.
So he was released after his 9-month sentence for sexually assaulting a 13-year-old in October 1919, and he met 18-year-old Hans Grans.
Hans Grans.
Hans Grans.
Thank you, Hans Grans.
Hans had run away from home in Berlin after having a fight with his dad. He had been sleeping rough and had been selling his clothes to have enough money just to eat. Through acquaintances around Hanover Station, Hans found that Fritz was gay, and although Hans was heterosexual, he planned to prostitute himself to him. After their...
You're hungry.
yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
As well, that's right.
After their initial meeting, Fritz invited Hans to live with him, and it was said that Fritz was smitten with Hans Grans.
Oh my God.
They lodged at a few places before renting their own ground floor apartment on the 1st of July 1921. Now, the hard thing is with this, there are a lot of victims,
Yeah.
but being early 1920s, there is maybe like one sentence about some of these boys.
Oh, wow.
It was really
Sad,
like,
isn't it? That's
yeah.
all that's left of it.
So is there like another episode you did where, you know, the kids, if they're in that demographic, they tend to get a bit forgotten?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a similar type
It's
of thing?
a lot of these boys were considered runaways.
Right.
Some of them had run away before, but like that doesn't mean you shouldn't go look for them.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, the police were like, yeah, they'll come back. Oh, they're 16-year-old boy. They'll come back. They're just a runaway. And yeah, a lot of it's like their age, their name, and the date they went missing. Like that's all you can really find on them, which is really sad. It's like, that's someone. That's someone that had
That's
16
someone's
years of
kid.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Must have gone to school. Well, you'd assume they went to school somewhere. They had friends. They
Yeah.
Had,
Brothers
well,
and sisters.
possibly didn't have friends, but...
On the 12th of February 1923, Fritz met 17-year-old pianist Fritz Frank.
Fritz Frank.
Fritz Frank. He had encountered the youth at Hanover Central Station and invited him back to his apartment. He stayed the night, and the next day, Hans asked Fritz where the young boy had gone, and Fritz told him that he'd gone back to Hamburg.
He got back to Hamburg.
That sounded French.
That did. That what? I went 2 languages again.
No. On the 20th of March, Fritz met 17-year-old Wilhelm Schulitz at Hanover Station. Wilhelm was an apprentice rider and had been travelling to work when he encountered Fritz. On the 23rd of May, 16-year-old Roland Hutch disappeared after telling his friends that he was running away from home to join the Marines. On the 31st of March, 19-year-old Hans Sonnefeld disappeared. Hans had been a runaway from Lima. At the start of June 1923, Fritz moved into a single-room attic apartment. Addict apartment.
Just moved in with an addict.
On the 25th of June, Fritz's new neighbour, 13-year-old Ernst Ehrenberg, disappeared after running errands for his dad. On the 24th of August, 18-year-old Heinrich Struss was reported missing after failing to return home. About a month later, 17-year-old Paul...
So if you've only got one line on half these kids, how do they know this dickhead was their murderer?
I
or...
might say it at the end. I did do this a few weeks ago, so I can't really remember. About a month later, 17-year-old Paul Broniszewski disappeared en route to the city from Hanover Station. Paul was on his way to visit his uncle. He had apparently been offered work from a man he met at the station. On the 30th of October, 17-year-old Richard Graf had told his family that he had met someone at Hanover Station who knew a good job for him.
Did the police monitor Hanover Station at all?
Obviously.
Yeah, Fritz was the informant.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's what I mean. He was informing on other people so they wouldn't look at him.
Watch them because
Yeah.
they're running away with little kids.
Oh, wow.
On the 12th of October, 16-year-old Wilhelm Erdner failed to return home from work. Wilhelm was the son of a locksmith and had cycled to work but never returned home. On the 24th of October, 15-year-old Herman Wolf disappeared from Hanover Station. On the 27th of October, 13-year-old Heinz Brinkmann was last seen at around 11 p.m. at Hanover Station when he had missed the train home.
Mummy never to go to Hanover Station.
Hanover, because I keep wanting to say Handover.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
On the 10th of November, 17-year-old Adolf Hannapel disappeared from Hanover Station.
Oh, my God.
Adolf was an apprentice carpenter and was last seen in the company of two men that from descriptions seemed like Fritz Haarmann and Hans Grans.
Hans Grant.
Hans Grans.
So Hans was in on it too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
On the 6th of December, 19-year-old Adolf Hennies disappeared after he travelled to Hanover in hopes to find a job.
God almighty.
And he went through Hanover Central Station.
Yeah, I'm assuming. On the 5th of January, 1924, 17-year-old Ernst Spicker also disappeared after travelling to Hanover to
station.
find a job.
All together now. Hanover Station.
10 days after he disappeared, 20-year-old Heinrich Kosch disappeared. On the 2nd of February, 19-year-old Willie Senger disappeared from Lima after he had told his sister he was heading to a friend's house. On the 8th of February, 16-year-old Herman Speichert went missing. He was an apprentice electrician who worked for Linden Lima. On the 8th of April, 16-year-old Alfred Hogreffi disappeared from Hanover Station.
Hanover Station. You can tell us what happened to these people?
Yes.
God.
After running away from home, and he was an apprentice mechanic. A lot of them were apprentices, and then I was like, oh, it's because they're all 15, 16-year-old boys.
Yeah.
On the 5th of April, Herman Bock went missing after being seen by friends walking towards Fritz's apartment. On the 17th of April, 16-year-old Wilhelm Appel
Well, we're trying to make it sound a bit
it's
fancy.
A-P-E-L,
Oh,
Appel,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
disappeared
Apple.
from Hanover Station on his way to work. On the 26th of April, 18-year-old Robert Witzel was last seen after borrowing some money from his mum to go visit the travelling circus. That's sad. 14-year-old Heinz Martin was last seen by his mum on the 9th of May. Heinz was an apprentice locksmith and had disappeared from
Hanover Station.
everybody now. On the 26th of May, 17-year-old Fritz Wittig went missing from Hanover Station.
We're not saying it. We're not even playing the game anymore.
Apparently, Hans Grants had really liked the suit that he'd been wearing and had last been seen by witnesses with Fritz and Hans talking in a bar. The same day, 10-year-old Frederick Abeling was skipping school and disappeared.
See, kids, that's why you don't wag school.
You don't wag school, you'll get murdered. On the
Especially
5th
being near Hanover Station.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
On the 5th of June, 16-year-old Frederick Koch disappeared while walking to college. On the 14th of June, Fritz encountered 17-year-old Erich de Vries at Hanover Station.
The whole room's going to play. No.
Everybody
No.
now. So, if we go back a couple of months.
Oh, please do.
On the 17th of May, 1924, 2 children were playing near the Lein River when they discovered a human skull.
Oh.
2 weeks later, a second skull was found behind a mill race which was very close to the Lein River. Lein? L-E-I-N-E. Lein?
That'll do.
Yeah.
Shortly after the discovery of the second skull, 2 boys were playing in a field near Duren and discovered a sack that contained numerous human bones.
Oh my God. So bones at this stage, like no flesh.
Yeah. On the 8th of June, several hundred residents converged on the Lein River and searched it. They ended up dragging the section of river and discovered
How many?
more than 500 human bones and sections of bodies, which were later confirmed as having to belong to at least 22 separate human individuals
Oh my
Oh,
God.
in the same area.
in the same river. They're just like, let's drag it. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine the poor bloody mortician, whatever, forensic science.
Having
that
to
had to match
play
up
a
all the
fucking
bones
jigsaw
and go,
puzzle.
That's this one belongs with this
Yes.
set. This would be like
And
people
this is like the 1920s,
Yeah.
so wow.
to work out. There was
Yeah.
22 different types of body floating
At
around.
least 22. Imagine all the
least.
spares that they had. They're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh, the spares. The
Not
extra
spares, but
extra
like-
pieces in
yeah.
case anybody was missing an arm.
suspicion for the discoveries quickly fell upon Fritz Haarmann,
Ah, Fritz.
who was known to both the police and the Criminal Investigation Department as a homosexual who had amassed 15 previous convictions dating from 1896 for various offences, including child molestation and the sexual assault and battery of a minor. He had been connected to the 1918 disappearance of Friedel Roth and a 14-year-old named Hermann Koch, who disappeared weeks prior to Roth. So now Fritz was under surveillance.
Oh, Fritz. They're on to you.
On the 22nd of June, 2 undercover officers watched Fritz prowling Hanover Central Station. He was soon seen arguing with a 15-year-old boy named Karl Fromm.
From where?
Your mum. Fritz approached police and told...
Rude.
So Fritz approached the police and told them to arrest the youth because he was travelling with forged documents.
Ah.
The police did arrest Carl, and when taken to the station, he told them that he'd been staying with Fritz for a couple of days and he had been repeatedly raped by him.
So possibly being dobbed and saved his life.
Yeah. The next morning, Fritz was arrested for sexual assault. Following his arrest, his apartment was searched.
Oh. Back of the stove?
No, he moved house.
Oh.
They found that his apartment floors, walls, and bedding was extensively blood-stained.
Oh.
The police also found multiple personal items from most of his victims.
Trophies.
Yeah. Such as Wilhelm Schul's clothing, Hans Sonnefield's distinctive yellow jacket, and Ernst Ehringberg's school hat, and his braces.
Off his teeth?
Yep.
You sure? It wasn't braces to hold his pants up?
Oh, maybe.
You've just assumed it was his teeth.
I was
you
thinking
fuckwit.
teeth brace, and then I was
no,
like,
I'm thinking if it was his school,
if it was
whatever,
a hat, a
braces
school hat,
to-
Oh, maybe.
holding
braces,
his pants up, you idiot, not rip him off his
I was going
teeth.
to say braces are really fucked up if he had his teeth braces. Wouldn't his teeth
No.
still be
Did they
connected
even
to
do
them?
that in the 20s? They might not. Yeah. Wow.
When?
I'm going to go with trousered braces.
Yeah.
When were
Braces.
teeth braces
invented.
first used?
So where's this Hans Grants? Is he still around?
He's just dental braces were invented in 1819.
Oh.
Could be his
What-
face braces.
I doubt it.
Could have been. Could have been dental braces then.
I think they would have said that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Because you would have thought there'd be teeth or...
Yeah,
it would
there'd be
have been
teeth
more,
attached to them. Okay.
It would have been teeth or mouth brace or something. It wouldn't have just been... I'm
Fine.
sorry, I'm going with pants.
To any listeners that would like to offer their opinion, please.
Yeah,
leave your
let us
comments
know if
on
you think
our
it's-
Instagram
If you
page.
think Megan seriously thinks he's ripped out his fucking braces off his
He
teeth...
killed like
And
20
I
boys.
know, but he's
I'm not
took
putting
their
it past
heads off.
him.
like, really? What are you going to do? Unwire... You've had braces.
They're hard to get off.
Exactly. Why would you piss
I don't
around?
know.
Oh my
Anyway.
God. Unless it scratched his old fella. When
All of the items
Okay.
confiscated from Fritz's apartment were put on display
Oh, is there pictures of Fritz?
at the Hanover police station, and parents of missing teenage boys
Oh.
came and looked at them to
Oh,
see
man.
if it was their kids. Once presented with the evidence against him, Fritz confessed to raping, killing, and dismembering many young men, which he described as a rabid sexual passion between 1918 and 1924. According to Fritz, he never actually intended to murder any of his victims,
Oh.
but would be seized by an irresistible urge to bite into or through their Adam's apple,
Oh.
often as he manually strangled them in the throes of ecstasy before typically collapsing on top of his victims' bodies. So that's how
my
he would
God,
murder them. He would strangle them and then bite into their Adam's apples.
But fancy sitting there telling a police officer all of that.
Yeah, but
Like-
so engrossed in sexual odors. All of Fritz's victims' bodies were disposed of via dismemberment shortly after their murder, and he said that he found the act of dismemberment extremely unpleasant. Before he started the dismemberment, Fritz would pour himself a cup of strong black coffee.
Oh, you need one, yeah.
I'd go whiskey, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
That's me.
coffee.
Oh, well.
He placed his victims on the floor and covered their face with a cloth. And then this is a quote straight from the Wikipedia page. Quote, before first removing the intestines, which he would place inside a bucket,
Oh, that's where my lunch is about to go. In a bucket.
Yeah.
a towel would then be repeatedly placed inside the abdomen cavity to soak the collecting blood. He would then make 3 cuts between the victim's ribs and shoulders, and then take hold of the ribs and push until the bones around the shoulders broke.
How would he have learnt that?
A book?
I'm thinking...
What's the point? That's a lot of energy to waste.
Yeah, but if he's put the towels in, it's obviously so it soaks up all the blood. So when he starts cutting, blood isn't going to piss everywhere and he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have to clean
true.
up the room.
Yeah,
He
true,
might,
true.
like,
Actually,
he
that
did
is
kill
possible.
like 20 plus. So it might have evolved into,
Yeah,
oh shit, that's a
if
lot of blood.
Yeah, if I soak it all up first, I can just throw the
Yeah.
towel out and then I don't have to clean up all
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah. So,
So, yeah.
Cool,
quite-
refining your technique, I
Isn't it?
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
The victim's heart, lungs, and kidneys would then be removed
Did he donate them
diced
to charity? No.
and
Ate.
placed in the same
Stew.
bucket which
As
held
intestines.
the intestines
Oh.
before the legs and arms would be severed from the body.
Oh.
Haarmann would then begin paring the flesh from the limbs and torso. This surplus flesh would be disposed of in the toilet or usually in the nearby river. The final section of the victim's body to be dismembered was invariably
Inevitably.
the head.
Yes.
After severing the head from the torso, Haarmann would use a small kitchen knife.
How's it go?
Haarmann
Ugh.
would use a small kitchen knife to strip all the flesh away from the skull, which he would then wrap in rags and place face down in a pile of straw and then bludgeoned with an axe until the skull splintered, enabling him access to the brain,
Oh my God.
which would then also be placed in the bucket.
Oh my God.
See, Mel, this is the shit. See, you're doing the faces that I do when you got no idea. It's like, ugh.
Fritz's trial began on the 4th of December 1924, where he was...
No, back up. What happened? What happened with all the entrails in the bucket? What would he do with them? Did he say? He didn't say.
I think...
He just tipped them in the river for the fish to eat. Oh, that's convenient. He made it easy for the fish.
He also used to be like a butcher, so
And a
he
locksmith?
possibly sold people their parts, being like, "This is a cow heart."
This is,
Maybe he did.
Yeah,
Wow. Made sausages out of the intestine.
yeah. He was so fucked.
Wow.
So Fritz's trial began on the 4th of December 1927, where he was charged with the murder of 27 boys and young men.
Wow.
The trial lasted for about 2 weeks, and Fritz was found guilty of 24 of the 27 murders and was sentenced to death
3 weeks?
by beheading.
Oh, that's karma.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just
Hang on, why only 24? What happened to the 3 that he got away with?
I think there wasn't like maybe
enough
100%
evidence
like
that it was him.
yeah. Hans Grans
Yes, thank you.
was also found guilty.
Where did he go?
I was really invested in this. Hans Grants.
Was also found
Beheading?
guilty of indictment to murder and sentenced to death by beheading as well.
Oh.
This was later changed to 2 concurrent 12-year sentences after he received a second trial.
12. So only 24 years.
for helping possibly in 27 murders.
But no, he came late to the party though, didn't he?
Not really.
But he wasn't. Was he? From
They
the very, very
he,
start?
yeah. He
Oh, I
was
thought
after
a
like the
bit
first.
later.
No, he was after he got out of jail.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
he
he's
was a
been around
bit-
for all of
Yeah,
them.
but I thought he was a bit later on in the murders. Like he'd already done the other one had done a few.
On the 15th of April 1925 at 6 a.m., Fritz Haarmann was beheaded by guillotine in the grounds of Hanover Prison.
Oh, not the station. They
Not
didn't
the
do it at the
station. How
station.
close
They
to
could
the
have done it at
station.
the station. That would have
Hang
been...
on. Come on, come on, come on, come watch.
Yeah. Well, that's... Oh, this fucking
Chippity
flies
chop
back.
chop, chop.
Wow.
Yeah, that is Fritz Haarmann. He reminds me a lot of John Wayne Gacy just because of the number of young men and boys that he killed, but obviously he just threw them in a river, not
Well, that
in...
explains why it was just bones, because he actually stripped the flesh
Yeah.
off it. I'm thinking, what? How could there be just bones after such a short time? Because normally it takes
Yeah,
a
there'd be
couple
like
of years
decomposition
for
and... But yeah,
Wow.
he'd strip him down. Yeah, that hurt my stomach, that part. God almighty.
Oh, probably thought he was going to take longer to identify them all too.
Yeah.
They had no skins, no fingerprints, no.
Well, because they had the
Teeth,
trophies, that
they-
was enough to. Yeah. Wow.
Well, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you for listening. You
That's
can-
kind of a.
I didn't listen to
that's a
half
good-
of it.
That's a good segue into what your tour at J Ward tomorrow, because that's for the criminally insane.
Yeah. and
He wasn't
We're just
deemed insane.
We're more
though,
worried
was
about
he?
getting out of the J Ward tomorrow, Mel. They could reopen it after our visit. They could go. Look, it's been closed since 1980, but we had two really good reasons why we thought we should reopen it.
Absolutely.
Maybe we just ring work and be like, they didn't let us out.
Oh,
we went
yeah.
back.
There you go. We're just trying to talk our way out of it. Give it a week or two. We'll be
Throw it down as annual leave.
We should be right. We
Yeah.
should be back by then.
Oh wow. There you go.
Well, you can follow us on Instagram at mainly_murder, or you can join our Patreon and get bonus episodes like our walk around Arrowdale Mental Asylum.
Is that going to be Patreon? Is
Yeah.
it? Why? You're scared what you're going to say.
Yeah,
You're
probably.
crying. Ah, don't let me. Ah, there's a ghost there. Ah,
I rewatched.
something touched me. Ah.
I rewatched the Melbourne
Fucking
Jail
idiot.
one. I'm like, I'm such a little bitch. You're like, I'll go first.
You are every room. She would not enter a room first, Mel.
Yeah.
Every single room.
That's
It's
called-
empty jail.
That's called survival skills.
Oh, well,
They
you
have
can
tours there every day of the week.
maybe I better lend you
Multiple
I'll lend you
times.
Desi so she
Thanks.
can go in before.
Yeah,
for you.
she can go in. She can
God.
suss
Yeah,
it out.
She sniffs and turns around. Then
Yeah, I'll be like,
don't
I'm not
go
going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or you can email us at, don't look around this room. There's a fucking no chance of it being here. Imagine if I just stuck it up on the wall.
It's MainlyMurderPodcast @gmail.com.
Good job.
Woohoo.
Good job.
Yes.
Well,
winner,
yes.
chicken dinner.
We'll catch you next week for our Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, God.
It's going to be full of love
Are we going to do Chicago? There
and
was
candles.
Wasn't there a Valentine's
There's
Day
a Valentine's massacre, but no, it's not that
Well,
one.
it was because Pa and I went on the bus tour. We did one of those little old trolley buses, and the guys that ran the tour were dressed as
like gangsters.
gangsters, like from that era, and drove you all around where the massacre occurred and all the rest of it in Chicago. We had a great day. Anyway.
Anywho, no, it's not the Valentine's Day massacre. It is couple killers.
Woo!
Ooh.
People that kill couples or couples that kill people?
You'll find out.
Damn it.
Okay, we'll see you
Listen to
next
this
Tuesday.
space.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.